And then we are going to, I'm going to lovingly mute you all. Feel the love. Get my computer to cooperate. That would be delightful. Thank you. And you are set. Zoom keeps changing things. Dear sweet Zoom. Good morning, my loves. We've got some fun options today. We always have fun options. I pretty much always say that, don't I? We're going to start seated. Head over heart, heart over hips. Our flow today is inspired by the second chakra, the sacral chakra. And its mantra is, I feel. So as we come to our nice comfortable seat here, arriving on the mat, this is Mimosa. She's my yoga kitty. She likes when my mat is out. As we come to our comfortable seat here, I invite you to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and ask yourself, how do I feel? How does my physical body feel? How's my breath feel today? How is my emotional state? What is my mental state? How is my energy today? Take these next couple of moments as we find just a bit of stillness before we start moving to see how you already feel. And then you might even start to ponder how you would like to feel. So if your energy is a little stagnant today, maybe you'd like to feel a little more va-va-boom. If your energy is like really high, if you've been frenetic and just go, 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 maybe you'd like to feel a little more calm or a little more grounded. So how do you feel? And then maybe explore how you would like to feel. And that is what we will take with us as we move through practice today. How does this feel? How do I like it to feel? How can I make those little shifts, maybe mental shifts, maybe physical shifts, that will make where I am right now feel better? The beauty of yoga. Easy movement in the neck. Just gonna wake up the body for one hot second before we hop in and get really moving today. Now notice what's happening in the neck. How does your head feel? And then maybe you start to move it into the shoulders. Give them a big shrug up towards your ears. Slide the shoulder blades together, pull them down the back. And as you're taking your inventory, make sure you don't just check the spots that might feel sore or tight or tense. And then put those shoulders the other way. Shoulder blades squeeze together, elbows pull back. Roll them towards your ears, forward and down. Make sure you also check in on the spots that feel really good. So for example, I had bruised one of my toes, the top of my toe. Such a silly thing. Okay, open up, move the shoulders, give them a little flow, and maybe we start to move into some easy twists here. Put the right palm on the right knee, press that right arm straight, lean and look away, and then go left. Very small movement, very supported. The back is not warm yet. We'll do this a little later from a goddess stance. So kind of just get the feel of that shift side to side. So I bruised the top of this toe. It isn't really surprising. Yoga can be a dangerous sport, my friends. But it's healed. I noticed it this morning. I was like, oh, hey, my toe doesn't hurt anymore. That's pretty awesome. So take the time, not just to find the spots that might need some TLC, but maybe to observe some spots that feel better than you thought they might. Okay, little circle of the rib cage and rock into the hip bones today. So it's not just about a big curvy spine, but rock sit bone to sit bone. So we start to move into hips and knees. And then go in the opposite direction, swing around. Starting to sync breath and movement. And then we'll do a quick seated cow and cat. Lift the heart up. Exhale, roll the shoulders forward, drop it back. Inhale, rock it up. And exhale, roll it back. Inhale and roll up. Exhale, return to neutral. Ooh, if you're like Sheldon, you have to take that last cat to keep it balanced. If you don't watch Big Bang Theory, I am referencing that show. Interlace the fingers, roll through the wrists. So if you haven't seen it, there's a character who, when he knocks on a door, he has to do it in threes. Knock, 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 penny, knock, 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 penny, knock, 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 penny. And if you interrupt him, like if you open the door before he's finished, it's all flustered. It's very funny. Open the fingers, slide them over one, opposite thumb is on top. Circle them, get a little big, get a little funky. Have a little fun with this today. And then let's find our way to tabletop, all fours. Mindfully setting the body up, moving in a way that feels good in your body. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, muscles of the front body lifting up, fingerprints gripping into the mat, soft in the back of the neck. Also, I'm just going to say, one of my little happy moments here is that Natalie's still with us. It's a new month. Hooray for working from home. Sorry, I just had to put that one in there. Rock the hips side to side. Maybe even make some figure eights here. Don't really worry about what this looks like. It's very difficult shape to make it look a certain way, but feel how it feels to move the hips. Just imagine there's a big 8 on the mat and you're looking down at it and your hips are circling to trace the lines. And then maybe go the opposite direction. And as we're moving forward and back, we're also opening the wrists up a little bit more. Settle here into center. Shift the hips left. Look back at your right foot. And then push the left shoulder a little forward, a little length through that left arm so that you feel that side body stretch on the left. And then switch. Bump the hips right, turn and look back left. And then last but not least, inhale and drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, roll through chin to chest. And as you're doing the sneak a peek back, did your toes turn in, did your toes turn out? Can we turn them straight towards the back? Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Remember those fingerprints are still gripping the mat. And then one more, low belly. Chin to chest. Inhale, neutral. Tuck the toes. Hover the knees. Feel the core turn on. And then slide the hips up and back and walk out your dog. And maybe today you turn the left knee to the right side and the right knee towards the left. So we're walking the knees in and shifting the hips. Getting into the low back in a slightly different way than if you pedal your feet straight forward. And maybe push your right shoulder in towards, not you, Rebecca, but maybe everyone else pushes right shoulder in towards center and left shoulder. This is a really deep shoulder stretch. And if any of you doing this have shoulder aches, then this would not be a good shape for your body today. Maybe we will rotate those upper arm bones externally, like you're trying to turn the soft part of your bicep up towards the sky. And then think about pulling the inner thighs together and slightly back. And then lift the hips a little higher and let the heart melt towards the thighs. Pause here, one deep breath in. Out through the mouth. All the way up on the toes. Heart towards thighs. We'll walk it up, top of the mat. Forward fold. Let it go. You can take a ragdoll here if you like, or nod the head yes and shake it no. I do invite you to keep a little bend in the knees if this is your first real movement of the day. I mean, if you already got up and went for a walk and did a whole bunch of stuff, you might be more flexible in your hamstrings. Bring the fingertips down to the earth and walk both hands outside the right foot. Bringing this left hand around like you're trying to put your right knee inside your left armpit. Keep the head heavy. Keep the knees a little bent. Again, we're moving into a nice side stretch here. How does it feel? And then release back through center. Pause here for a moment. And then walk to the outside the left foot, bringing that right arm across. Come back into center. Last time, maybe take a little sway. Straighten one leg and the other. Shift the hips. Maybe shift the weight into the heels and the toes, or from the left foot to right foot. Or maybe you take a circle around. See how that feels. So toes, left edge, heels, right edge. And then maybe go the opposite direction. I'm going to play a little into the calf muscle and the hamstring. And just tuning in to identifying where you feel sensation. Okay, relax the head down nice and heavy. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hold here, walk the thumbs up to the hip crease. Squeeze the elbows in, bend knees, chin to chest. Roll all the way up. Crown of the head up to the sky. Shoulders come up and back and down. Palms face forward. Inhale, take a deep breath up. Really stretch the whole body here. Walk the left hand up and the right hand. Again, move into that little side stretch. And we might even start to work a little twist in here. Pull the left elbow back. Pull the right elbow back. Keeping that tailbone tucked just a little, belly is strong. And reach all the way up and draw the hands into the heart. Our first shape today is an option because, you know, last week we played a little bit with this knee in warrior 3 TikTok. I'm going to give you the option of taking that. You lift the knee and then you slide it back before you set your toes down. But it's an option. If today you're like, meh, I'm not feeling that, just soften both knees and slide the left foot back. You're going about 4.5 feet. The hands are down, the palms are facing forward, shoulder blades are going to squeeze together. So either take a little balance in the step or just slide that foot back into a little high lunge. And then we're going to drop the left heel and turn the left toes. And then we're going to turn the right toes. So everything's facing towards the left side of the mat. Now we'll turn the toes out, heels in, and start to soften the knees down. These palms now come inside the thigh. They are here and tapping, you can see, as a reminder to keep those knees open. Don't roll them in. We're going to roll them open. And you don't have to go super deep here. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky, straighten your legs. Exhale, goddess pose, hands come down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goddess pose. Last time, inhale, reach up. Maybe go a tiny bit deeper on this one. Exhale down, hold here, pull the shoulders back, pull the heart up, tuck the tailbone, belly is strong. Take a peek at your knees, are they staying where they belong? And you can adjust the angle of your feet and the spacing, wider or more narrow, and then see what feels good. Awesome, inhale, reach all the way up. Turn the right toes towards the top of the mat. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, up and back, reverse. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, float it back. Exhale, warrior 2. Hold. Pivot to the front of the mat, high lunge. Float, wiggle, fly those hands all the way down. Palms face forward. Now pull the shoulders back and lift your heart just a little bit. And then step it up, top of the mat. Inhale, deep breath all the way up. exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Hold the hands. Take that little twist. Pull the right elbow back. Pull the left elbow back. Floating. And then reach both hands up. Exhale the hands into the heart. And here we go on the other side. So same option. You can lift the right knee, take the balance and sit the toes down. You just slide the right toes back and find your high lunge. And release those palms down, facing forward. Squeeze the heart together. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. And then we're going to pivot everything to the right side of the mat. And turn the toes out and the heels in. Take a deep breath up. Exhale, goddess pose. And now if you're feeling it and you've got these knees, I'm going to turn around so I'm on my back to you the whole time. You're welcome to take something different with your hands. When you reach up, maybe you want to take a mudra, keep the hands floating out, reach up. Maybe you want a prayer posture here, reach up. Maybe you want to hold opposite elbows in front or overhead or back of the hand to back of the hand. Whatever is serving for you, whatever your body is saying, do this with your hands. Maybe you just like them right here. It's all good. Find something that feels great. Squeeze, go just a tiny bit deeper, just a tiny bit. And then inhale, release up. Left toes turn towards the front, arms open out, warrior two. Very high and lifted. We are not super deep and grounded today. Inhale, reach up and back. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Flow with this. Inhale, move with the breath. Exhale on two. Inhale, float to reverse. Exhale, warrior two and hold. Pivot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Float those arms down, palms forward, shoulder blades draw in. Lift the heart just a little bit. And then step up to the top of the mat, hands come to the heart. Take a deep breath up. Exhale, hands into the heart. Let's do it again. Find your way to high lunge, however you want to get there. Reach the hands up and then float them back down. Let them sort of melt and then pull those shoulder blades lift the heart. Inhale, pivot open, turn the toes. Find your way into exhale, goddess pose, pause. And as you exhale, maybe go a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up, right toes turn forward, arms sweep out, warrior two. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Hold this left hand low. If you like this, reach straight up. You're welcome to take that. If you like keeping this hand down, maybe bring the palm to the small of the back. Or maybe you sweep forward down and reach and find that long line of energy. Left fingertips to left heel. Open the heart. Pull it through just a little bit. Inhale, up and back. Reverse the warrior. Exhale, high lunge. Release the hands down to the right quad here. And we're going to put the left knee down on the earth. So take your time and use support as needed. And if that doesn't work, bring the hands to the ground first and then put the left knee down. Fingertips are going to frame that front foot. We're in a nice low lunge. We're going to rock it back. Flip the front toes up, half splits. Roll forward, find your high lunge. Slide it back, half splits. Great place to use blocks, keeping the spine long. Exhale forward. Inhale, rock it back, half splits. Pause here for a moment. Roll it forward, walk both hands inside, walk the right foot out to the right corner, drop the left hips down. Squeeze the left knee in toward, or right knee in towards right shoulder as we find our lizard pose here. Maybe you want to stay up on hands. Maybe you're feeling flexy and you want to come to forearms. Find what serves. Pause here for a moment. You might even rock the hips a little bit to see what happens, or even shift a little front and back, keeping neck in line with spine. Walk that right foot in, right hand comes outside, lift the back knee, runner's lunge, get ready. Find yourself grounded. If you need help with balance, pivot the left heel down, take a warrior one stance. Otherwise, sweep those hands up and then float them down, palms forward, heart lifted, high lunge. Step it to the top of the mat, hands come into the heart. Inhale, deep breath all the way up. Exhale, hands into the heart. Let's try the other side, soften the knees, right toes, tick-tock, or just step straight back. And then pivot everything to the right side of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goddess pose, sink. Take whatever mudra you like, whatever serves. Hands on heart is always nice. Maybe think about how you want it to feel and bring your hands someplace that is meaningful for that. One more breath in. Squeeze those glutes, open those knees a little bit lower. And then rise up, left toes turn towards the top of the mat. Arms reach out, warrior two. Inhale, up and back, reverse the warrior. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh. Again, right arm can stay down. It can go straight up. Palm of the hand to the small of the back, or reach it forward down, open the heart up, and find that nice long line of energy. You'll notice that if you're lifted too much in the hips, your long line of energy is going to look like a rainbow. That's going to tell you you need to get a little deeper in your lunge today. Inhale, sweep it up and back, reverse the warrior. And you know your legs are singing. Exhale, high lunge, back to the top. Both hands to the top of the left thigh or all the way down to the earth. And then we'll take our time and lower that right knee. Hands come forward. Shift the weight a little forward. Low lunge, slide it back, half splits. Inhale forward. Exhale, slide it back. One more time, rolling it through the foot forward. Slide it back, pull those toes up. Pulling that left hip crease a little bit back. Spine is long, remembering neck is attached. And then roll it forward, walk both hands inside, walk that left foot over, left knee squeezing in. And then we'll just push the hips down or let this hip bone sink towards the earth a little bit. Deepen the stretch. Again, got the option of coming to forearms here, if that feels amazing, or staying lifted, if that feels better. Wherever you're at, you're breathing. Keep that left knee squeezing in. Exhale, walk the left foot in, frame it with the left hand. Back toe lifts the back knee, back to our runner's lunge. Again, option to bring the right heel down for a warrior one base, or get that solid feeling in your high lunge frame here. Reach up to the sky, and then pull those arms down, palms forward, heart lifted. High lunge. Step it up, top of the mat, hands into the heart. 3 deep breaths right here, all the way up. If you need to take a little twisting elbows, do those. We're going to add on. If you know that you have a little tightness in the wrists, you might pause here and take a few more opening, circling, wiggling finger movements, because we are going to do just a smidge on the hands here next. Maybe even skim a little bit of a shake out. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Remember how you feel. Remember how you want to feel. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, step that left foot back, your version. Everybody pivot. Knees over ankles, heels in, toes out. Deep breath up. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale, lift up, turn the right toes. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, elbow to thigh, side angle. Your version with this left hand. Inhale, lift and reverse. Exhale, high lunge. Hands to thigh or to ground. Exhale, bring that left knee down, 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 down. Hands to the earth. You might need to slide that left knee back just a little bit in order to find a nice long, low lunge. And then slide the hips back, flip that front foot up. Ardha Hanumanasana, one of my favorite Sanskrit names, half splits. And then roll it forward, walk the right foot out, find your lizard posture, hands or forearms, whatever serves. Walk the right foot in. We're coming back to our runner's lunge here, but this time we're going to step the right foot back to plank pose. So you can keep the knees lifted or bring the knees to the earth and maybe lift the feet. Find what feels good. Check your alignment. Shoulders over wrists, fingerprints gripping the mat. Back of the neck attached to the spine, whatever version you're in. If your knee is down, keep the right knee down and we'll pivot open. Right hand down, left hand lifts for side plank. You also have the option of rolling to side plank and shifting that left foot forward. So you got a little support, a little more support than a full side plank, but a little less support than the knee down. So that's yogi's choice. Find your way to a side plank. It just feels good. And then come back through, find your plank pose. Downward facing dog. Lift the right foot up high to the sky. And we'll step it up between the thumbs. Again, high lunge heel can stay lifted, or you can pivot down for a warrior one footing. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands down, lift the heart, hold that lunge, feel a little baby back bend, and then step it up top of the mat, hands to the heart. Inhale, deep breath up. Exhale, your option, step it back with the right foot. Toes out, heels in, breathe up. Exhale, goddess pose, your version. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, left toes forward, warrior two. Inhale, left hand up and back. Exhale, elbow to thigh. Find your version, side angle. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, hands to the floor or to the thigh. Exhale, the right knee down to the ground. Hands to the ground. Maybe you slide that right knee back just a little bit. Exhale, nice low lunge. Shoulders away from ears, long line in the spine. And then exhale, slide it back, toes flip up. Half splits. Inhale, roll it forward. Inside the left foot, walk that left foot open and find your way to lizard, your lizard today. Inhale and walk the foot back in, lift that back knee, runner's lunge, step it back, plank, knees up or down. This time we're pivoting to onto the left hand, reaching the right hand up. Option to bring that right foot forward, option to put the left knee on the ground, option to take that nice full version of side plank. I will come and check on you. Take it back to plank, downward facing dog. You guys are amazing. Left foot lifts up high to the sky. Step it all the way to the top. Hands come up. And then float down, pull those palms forward. Don't get distracted by traffic on your street. That'll kill your balance. Exhale, step it up top of the mat, hands into the heart. We're gonna run it through one more time each side, but no long holds. So hang in there with me, you got this. 3 deep breaths first, breathe out. Breathe in. If you need to take a little knocking on heaven's door here and decompress, do that. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Last time, deep breath all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. And here we go. Your version of stepping back with that left foot and turning everything to the left side of the mat. Inhale, breathe all the way up. Exhale, goddess pose. Option here to lift one heel or possibly both. Anything on a toe stand requires commitment. You can't half toe anything. Inhale, reach up, right toes towards the top. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle extension. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, high lunge. Inhale, find your way down. Use the exhale as well to your low lunge. Hands come down to the earth. Slide that left knee a little back. Inhale, reach the heart forward, thinking cow pose. Exhale, roll through back, bringing the right toes up, half splits. Inhale, forward, walk the hands inside, right foot out, lizard lunge. Exhale, walk it in, lift the back knee. Inhale, step it back, plank, your version. Exhale, left hand to the sky, side plank. Inhale, back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. See, it's not bad when you move with it. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, step it up, top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, your version. Exhale, float the hands down, palms forward, shoulder blades together. Inhale, top of the mat. Exhale here. One more time, other side. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, hands to heart. Right foot steps back, your version. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, find your goddess pose. Maybe you take the toes. Inhale, lift up. Left toes turn. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Your version. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, high lunge. Here we go. Your version of lowering to low lunge, using your hands for support. As needed, bring those hands to the earth. Maybe slide that right leg back a little bit. Reach the heart forward. Come up to fingertips if you need to. And then exhale, the hip creases back. Toes lift, half splits. Inhale forward, walk the hands inside. Lizard pose. Exhale, walk the left hand out, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Here we go, last time, step it back, plank, top of your push-up. Exhale, left hand down, right hand lifts, your version, side plank. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot up high in the sky. Exhale, step it up between the thumbs. Inhale, rise up, high lunge or warrior one on that back foot. Exhale, float the hands down. Magic, pull the palms forward, shoulder blades together, lift the heart. Exhale, step it up, top of the mat. 3 deep breaths here. You can reach, you can twist, you can stretch, but take 3 breaths. 2 more times. Feel your heart slow a little bit. Inhale, deep breath up. Exhale, forward fold, float down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step it back to tabletop, all fours. Knees come to the earth. Inhale, Lift the right foot up to the sky, and we're gonna circle around with that right knee. Like you got a piece of chalk taped to your knee and you're making a big circle, trying to stay balanced through both hands. Keep the left knee right where it is, left hip right where it is. And now circle the opposite direction. And then pause, both knees together, hip creases slide back, palms slide back and flip up. Pause for Bakasana, child's pose. One more breath. And then slide hands forward, look at the thumbs, rise back up, reset the knees under the hips, and we lift the left foot up, and we circle. Big circles, trying to stay stable, pressing through the top of the right foot. Circle in the opposite direction. And float that left knee down. I'm going to turn to face you guys so you can see how I get into this next shape. If you're on a slidey surface, like if I was on my hardwood floor here, you have to be really careful how you get into this shape because you don't want your knees to slide out away from you. You're just going to start to walk your knees out, but you're going to let your feet keep going with you. So you're not toes are not together for child's pose. Maybe you go even a little bit wider than you would for child's pose, and then maybe even a little wider than that. At this point, there's weight sitting into the insides of the knees. And if you're on something slippery, your knees can slide out from underneath you. So don't go that far, my loves. If you feel good here, awesome. If you want, you can come down to forearms, but wherever your upper body is, I want you to push both hip creases back and then rock them forward. This is a full frog pose, Bakasana, where we've got both knees extended out. Now, believe it or not, the goal and the full expression of this shape is to put the hip bones on the ground. I don't know about you, but there's about a continent's worth of space between my hips and the ground, and that's okay. It's something I work on, like I'm doing right now. I'm practicing. Go real slow here. Push the hips back. Feel the stretch. If this is a lot on your knees because you're on a hard surface, you can put a towel or roll your mat over, double it up. Just one more time. Inhale, push those hips back. Exhale, rock it forward. If you're on your forearms, rise back up. And then shift your weight into that left knee. So you can pick your right foot up and then pick your left knee up and walk them into the center here. We're going to take hero's pose, which can be very challenging on your feet. So I invite you, if you have a block or something to sit up on, to put it between your feet here. So your hips sit on the block and the feet can come out a little bit to the sides. I don't know if you can see my feet here. I'll pivot. The feet are out because it's in full version here. The hip bones come down between the heels. This is a lot. So lift the hips, put a block or something underneath. If that doesn't work, walk the feet in and sit on your heels. We're only here for a few moments. If you happen to be, feeling extra bendy today, and you settle those sits bones down between the heels, you might bring your hands back behind you, unless this bothers your shoulders. And if you're feeling really stretchy through the knees and the quads, you might even come to forearms here. And that's as far as we're going to go today in our hero's pose. You can still reach back if you're seated on the block. Bring your hands back behind you. Easy breezy. Plant the hands, slowly slide it back up. Shift the hips, so use your hands. You can slide your feet out and bring them out right in front of us. Shake out the legs. Tick-tock, windshield wiper the ankles, or circle the feet all the way around. Wiggle the toes. If you take that full version, I got little red marks right on the tops of my feet from sitting, even just for those few moments. You might notice that, observing. And then we're going to stretch the right foot out wide and then the left foot out wide. Fingers come behind the hips. Just give your hips a little lift and press forward until you feel the stretch through the adductors here. You can definitely take a wide-legged stretch with the hips lifted. So on your blanket, if you have one handy. If you have a prop, a block, an ottoman, a footstool, an Amazon box that hasn't gone out yet, you can put that right in front of you. I happen to have 2 blocks. Because we're going to shift into a forward fold here, and I want you to feel really supported. So you can put something right in front of you to bring your forearms to. I want you to think Sphinx pose here. You're pushing your heart forward. It's not like all the way to a cow pose. You don't need to put that much curve into the low back, but you want to start to slide that upper body forward. So find a way to do that that feels good and strong and safe. Remembering that our sacral chakra is just about a couple inches below your belly button. It's right here in the low belly. See if you can't let that part of your body be what's pressing forward, and then the heart follows after. And maybe eventually we bring forearms down to the earth. Definitely use your blocks, your props here. Take a little sway side to side and then pause. Bring, if you have your hands on the earth, reach them out in front of you a little bit. Draw them back like you're trying to pull the floor towards you. And then exhale, let your elbows come down. Inhale, lift the elbows, pull forward. Exhale, release. One more inhale, reach forward. Exhale, sink into your deepest expression today. Now you are welcome to stay here, or if you'd like, you can lift and turn your heart towards your right knee and take a smaller fold, but you're going to feel the stretch move through the left side of the body because we've added a twist here. Thinking almost like thread the needle as this left shoulder comes around. And if that's not the stretch you want today, don't take it. Walk it up, walk it through center, and maybe you bring the left or the heart towards the left knee. And maybe you notice, hey, wow, I can fold a little deeper on this side than on the other side. Isn't that fascinating? My dad used to say, every day you learn something new is a good day. And when you practice yoga every day, you pretty much are presented with the opportunity to learn something new. Oh, wow, I didn't know I bruised my toe. Oh, wow, I didn't know I could fold deeper over my left knee. Oh, wow, I didn't know that I really dislike fill in the blank pose or that I love blank shape. Something new every day. Tuck it in, walk it back up to the center. Sit up nice and tall. You can bring your fingertips behind you for a little assist here. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, start to bounce. This is fun for me. I think it amuses me. I'm easily amused, I guess. Bounce those legs all the way back into the center. And then we are going to take our merry sweet time and come all the way down to the back. Of course, you're welcome to make it a core drill by look, mom, no hands. But you can just bring the hands back and come to forearms. Doesn't really matter today how you get there. We're just all going to come all the way down. And bring the feet to a bridge base. So welcome in a little bit closer to the body, about hip width apart. Hips down, feet down, knees up. Palms can go down on either side of your hips or even hold on to the edges of the mat. We're going to run through a quick 4-part pelvic tilt just to check in with the sacrum, right? Sacral chakra. So inhale,
Drop the tailbone and lift your belly. So you've got a lot of space. You could have a whole family have a whole picnic under your back here if it was a very small family. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under now and flatten the back down. Picnic area is closed. Inhale, squeeze the glutes in, tuck the tailbone, roll through the spine one vertebra at a time, the same way we do when we roll up to standing. And then exhale, keep that tailbone tucked. Start with the upper back and then the mid back, keeping that tailbone tucked as long as you can. We come all the way back down to the earth. Inhale, drop the tailbone and lift the belly. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, flatten the back. Inhale, roll up to bridge, your version for today. Pushing into the backs of the arms and the shoulders, not the neck. Exhale, keep that tailbone tucked, roll it back down. I got one more today. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, roll it up. And this time, maybe you pause here. Maybe you even walk the shoulder blades together. Maybe you hold opposite elbows or interlace fingers and really push the knees towards the top of the mat, squeezing in slightly. They kind of want to flare out, but you really want to push those knees together. And then release the bind, walk the shoulders out, tuck the tailbone, and roll it all the way down. Beautiful, my friends. Windshield wiper. So the knees go right, and then the knees go left. Side to side. Moving with your breath. I've got my hands resting on my rib cage here. Kind of just feeling it slide under my hands as it shifts side to side. And then we're going to come back up to center. I'm going to give you two choices here. Your first one is to bring soles of the feet together and open the knees out, with or without props underneath the knees. The second option is a little funky, but we're going to go with it anyway. It's a great way to stretch through the piriformis, the glutes, the low back, the outside edge of the hip area. So it's going to look funny. You're going to hold your left foot with your left hand. And then you're going to put your right elbow down on the ground. And then you're going to roll towards this left hip. You can straighten the right leg out or you can keep it planted. We're going to roll. Am I doing this in the right direction? Think about this. Yeah. Now roll, open that left knee, roll it around, open the knee out to the side, cross it a little bit over, play here. And again, you can be in recline bound angle if this stretch and a little massage is not for you. Allow that hip to really shift and move so that you can feel that great little massage on the ground. And then release that foot, rise back up. And we shall switch. Right hand holds the right foot. Left elbow comes down and open it out. Roll it around. Notice what we feel when we shift. And then we'll release if you're taking this little weird massagey stretch. Everyone's going to come down and chill for 1 minute in recline bound angle pose. And you're breathing. You're breathing in bound angling. And then hands come outside the knees. Press the feet together. Slide the knees back up. Take the right knee in the right hand and the left knee in the left hand. And we'll circle both knees around in one direction. If you took that funky little massagey drill, you might actually notice already that you have a greater sensation as we slide past the piriformis. Notice what's happening in the hips, the outside edges of the glutes, glute med, glute min, and circle the other way. And we'll come back into center and you'll find happy baby. Today, maybe you shift your hands someplace different instead of the outside edge. Maybe you hold the inside arch, or maybe you take peace fingers to the big toes. Rock a little side to side. Another little massage for the sacral area of the low back, the sacral spine. Maybe play and straighten one leg. We take a little reclined bow and arrow. If you pull the left big toe in and straighten the right leg, and then pull the right knee in and straighten the left. Take a little rock side to side. A little bit of fun. And then we'll release very gently, float it all the way down, extending the right leg out to the right corner of the mat and the left leg out to the left corner of the mat. If there's one more stretch you need, if you need an ankle to knee pose, or if you wanted to take a deeper spinal twist beyond just the TikToks we did, the windshield wipers we did earlier, now is a great time to take that. And if you want to just dive right into your Shavasana, which, you know, that's sort of my vibe today, I'm not gonna lie. Go for it, my loves. Take what you need from your practice. Breathe through all of it. And when you are ready to settle down, you always have the option, if a reclined Shavasana is not your jam today for whatever reason, like if you need to hit the ground running, you've got to right to the next thing, you might take a seated meditation instead of laying all the way out. Always a fine option. But whatever it is that you need for today, make your way there. Settle down. Find some rest. Give your body a chance to integrate and process the information from today. And you might take these last few moments to ask yourself one more time, how do I feel in my body, my energy, my emotions, my mental state? And then how do you want to feel? And then let it go. Bones are heavy. They sink into the mat. The flesh is soft and melts like wax, dripping down over the body, bringing ease and peace and softness. There's incredible strength in allowing yourself to be soft in a world that keeps telling us to toughen up. So embrace the strength of your softness today. Welcome to Shavasana. Bringing awareness back to the ground underneath you. Can you think of a word that would describe it? Does it feel hard? Does it feel supportive? Are you on carpet? Is there a little give? Or maybe it's a little scratchy. How do you describe the ground that's holding you in space? How does it feel to just have these moments to be and not do? For some people, these few moments of Shavasana are like best couple minutes of my day. And for some people, it's challenging. It's hard to stay still, to let go. It's okay. Just own it. That's what I tell my kids. Figure out how you feel, what you want, say what you need to say. Own it. Just own it. So own how you're feeling right now. It's yours. And if it's a fabulous feeling, love it, because it's going to shift. And if it's a challenging feeling, hang in there, because it's going to shift. Nothing stays the same. Using breath, if you have not already, to find easy movement in the body. Maybe you're starting already to make your way back up to seated. Finding a long spine. Maybe you want to close out in Shavasana today. You want to stay laying out because you don't have to hit the ground running right after this. I think it's so funny how my screen totally changes. The colors all look different as the light in the window right here. The clouds are moving in front of the sun. Again, easily amused. I don't know what to tell you. Palms of the hands come together and the thumbs come right up to the center of the forehead. Ajna, the third eye. The seat of intuition. One chakra short of a connection to things divine. Reminding yourself that you, my loves, are divine. And we can embrace that. So go shine. You were all goddesses this morning. Now you get to go shine that goddess light into the world. Have a gorgeous day, my loves. Namaste.